Hello, and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Out of War. My name is Quad, and in the last episode, we set up this butte over here. Yeah, we got a basic factory kind of setup. Now, there shouldn't be anything undone from the last episode, but I did realize I never made a manual save. So this is off of an autosave. So I think this is exactly where we left off. Maybe not. I feel like I had a bit more money, but everything seems to be here. So in today's episode, we're just going to kind of keep on doing the same thing and making money and progressing and kind of building this up. There was a couple good comments, or at least one that mentioned about my setup here. I have the shaker screener here, and then I have the coal screener over there, and that they should be swapped around. Because if I put the coal screener here, it's going to pull out just coal. Everything else is going to pass through. So we'll get that swapped around today. Before we get started, though, I'm going to change this all up a little bit. I know that I didn't like it kind of in the ground because it looked weird, or it seemed like it was like burying a lot of this stuff, right? Like the motors and the wires and all that stuff. But you know what? I think it looks stupid up here, and I think it'll even look more stupid once I put like wood freaking blocks underneath of it. So I'm going to drop everything back down to the ground. I'm just going to do it real quick here. Well, I was just promoted, you guys. So yeah, I'm kind of having to dig it out a little bit because these conveyors are, well, what are they doing? They're freaking clipping, bro. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to leave the rest of it in. I was going to cut it all out, honestly. But it seems like a lot of you do like the building aspect of things. So we're just going to leave it in. And but this might just be a crappy freaking building video and not much digging. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and dig out this whole strip. Just a little bit so this stuff isn't being buried, and kind of same with starting over here. So let's kind of start over here. We're going to take this one out, take this one out, and then see if we can just kind of dig a small little trench. Yeah, see, there we go. That's going to unbury that motor a little bit. It'll look a little bit better, I think. Or maybe a little bit more on this side. This is probably not what you guys were wanting to see today, I would assume anyway, as it is a mining game, so I figure most people want to see mining, but this is probably going to be a mostly building day. We'll see. Anyway, enough jibber jabbering. Let's keep on doing this. Is that going to be far enough? A little bit further, and we should be good. So we'll just start kind of digging this out, and then kind of do like a left-right motion because it needs to be wide enough. And it doesn't have to go super deep, just enough so it doesn't look like it's like, well, extremely clipping through, right? So we'll just kind of dig out like so. Let's go and place those puppies down. One, and oops, that's not the right way, bro. Two, there we go. Let's see, how's that look now? Oh yeah, see, it's already looking a lot better, I think. Looks more natural, more organic, right? Yeah, okay, I think I like it. I'm going to dig out just a bit more right through here. There we go. Build up. And then I'm going to dig this puppy out just a bit, right? As it is really kind of in the ground there. I think that'll be low enough. It doesn't have to like go all the way to the base of the metal beams here. I just want it to be kind of uncovered. I think this side is a bit higher anyway. Okay, let's start digging out the middle though. Okay, let's place it down. Let's see how this looks now. Boom. There we go. That looks a lot better, I think, anyway. All right. And then this is lifted, so we will be able to actually pull the material out of this. And then we just need this little straight piece. There we go. Comes around, and now we just got to start dropping all of that. But yeah, if we take a look at the trommel, we have dirt and pay dirt coming out from the bottom. Now, I'm not digging any of that, but we will eventually. So I need to make sure I send this off properly, right? Which, if we're going to keep everything right here, we're likely going to want to send it that way, which would be a right piece. So let's go ahead and put that down. We'll just spend the money on it. Yeah, and I'll dig this out a little bit as well. And then maybe we could send this underneath, or even go downward and then kind of under it. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I think that'll look kind of cool. So let me go ahead and start digging out underneath all of this. I forgot there's no crouch button, by the way. I was trying to crouch under that. If there is a crouch button, I completely forget what it is. Anyway, let me undig this a bit. And then, yeah, we could actually send it underneath. I think that would look pretty cool. but I do need to dig the rest of this out to make it look good. Let's place that back in. Yeah, that's going to be just fine. The motor's done. Okay, so we're going to need a down piece. I am running out of cash already, so I'm going to stop kind of editing this thing. We'll get back to that once we get some more money, but I'm going to go ahead and start doing all this now and bringing it down to the ground. So we're going to pop off this as well as this, and then we can put the coal screener and shaker into the proper locations as well. There we go. We can kind of use this as a guide on how far we need to go. Yeah, I just think the wood blocks would just make it look really bad. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, I think I need to go down a little bit further in the middle of this. So I'm going to destroy it real quick and then just kind of dig out this little nodule. This side over here is a little bit higher up the ground than that other side over that way. And there's the old motor. Okay, it's looking good. Let's put the left piece back in. There we go. We'll dig it out just a little bit right here. And then from here, it's going to go up. So let's get rid of this. And then this one. We'll put this up and then put this straight. Now we're going to swap this out with the coal screener instead of the shaker screener. Thank you for the tip. You're absolutely right. It does make sense to have the coal screener over there first. So we're going to place this down. We're going to have to move our power plant, which will be fine. And that looks a lot better. We can see the motor. We can see the components. We'll just kind of dig this out a little bit, though, as it is completely burying that junction box or whatever you want to call it. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay. So what do we got here? The coal screener. Everything's going to come in, or anything's going to come in, and then coal's going to come out the backside, or yeah, the backside, right? And everything else will pass straight through. So we need to turn this little section into our coal generator. So we're just going to go ahead and put a left piece kind of coming out. But first, we're going to dig this out just a bit, and then this will set us up, I think, even better for the coal plant when we actually get water attached to it. But let's stick this in. Okay, I needed to go a little bit further. That was bad estimating there. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. Don't need it. We're not gonna need this sell point right there. I'm gonna move those out of my inventory just so it doesn't confuse me. And let's see now. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Let's get the pick back out. Just kind of keep on digging out through this side. And now let's hook up the coal plant. Since just coal is coming out of there, it should hook up right here. Maybe we should make it go straight just a bit. So I got this 8-meter straight piece. Let's stick that on. Yeah, we'll dig that out, but then we'll put the coal plant literally at the end. So this will give us ample room. So when we do start the water thing, we're going to be able to actually hook up the water, not be being blocked by all that stuff, right? So there we go. Let's go ahead and destroy this and dig it all out real quick. In fact, I'm going to start digging it out right on the side so we can kind of see exactly how far down we need to go. Most of this can stay under the ground like that, but I want it to be kind of out. Like right here, this doesn't make sense what's going on right here, so we're going to have to dig this down a bit. Okay, that should be good. I'm going to just destroy these now and kind of dig out the center. And then let's get out this entire middle piece. And then, of course, we need to dig out through here where the belt's going to go. A lot of busy work, but I am a sucker for aesthetics. So I think this is going to work. Let's go ahead and put it together and see. So here is the straight piece. That looks good. Yep. All uncovered. This side needs a little bit of digging, though, as the belt and the gear down there is being covered up a bit. That looks better there. And then we'll just kind of dig this down to that bottom rail. Okay, that's looking good. Let's put down the coal plant now and see if this fits properly. Yeah, dude, that looks actually pretty awesome, I think. All right. Well, here's our new power factory. So what are we doing? This is coal coming out. All the other stuff is going forward. Let's go ahead and destroy this piece. And then we're gonna have to start digging out underneath this. So I'm gonna just start it right now. Okay, this should do just fine. Let's bring everything downward. We're gonna start with this, of course, put that up, and then we're gonna destroy those, drop everything. So that's coming down. In fact, we can shorten this up a bit. Let's go and get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. We're gonna have to kind of redesign anyway. So what's coming next, by the way? That's the coal screener. I don't need to extend it out so far anymore because we could immediately just put the shaker on, which is right there. Actually, I do need to make it go straight. So let me redo that. I think that's the shortest straight piece I have. It's a 3-banger. It'll be fine. Stick this thing on. It's going to come out right there and then out the front. In case we forgot what the shaker screener does, it brings everything in. Coal, blasted rock, and crushed rock is going to come out the front. In our case, it'll be just the rock as we're already sorting out the coal. But everything else is going to come out the back side right here. So we're going to need a left piece. The right is just not going to work. So here's the left piece for 45. Let's set that puppy in there. There we go. And then we need to basically set up 2 cell points. Stick one here like that. Yeah, here we go. We'll put this one here like that. And how does it look, by the way? It could be dug out a little bit. So I'm going to. There we go. That should do. And let's put the left piece back in. Just like that. Let's get the upper. Just like so. And then let's dig this one out just a bit as well, since it looks kind of silly here. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we just have to move our cell points just a bit closer. So boom, something like that. Let's see if that works. That's totally going to work, by the way. Let's do the same thing on this side. There we go. And yeah, that's going to work just perfect as well. All right. So now this side is going to be our everything ores. The front is just going to be blasted rock. And then as we get more money, because we're only down to 10,000 again, everything should work out. And we might need to get another pylon though. Let's see if this cable will actually run this length. I don't think so. Yeah, it's just a little bit too far. So I will have to get one more pylon. In fact, I could probably remove that one and stick it somewhere else. So let's do it. Here's the pole. Let's stick it like right in the middle here. Let's see if this is close enough. It is. Excellent. Then let's hook this one up here. Dude, beautiful. That works so much better than my original one. And if we zoom out, take a look at this. See, this looks a lot better in my opinion. We no longer live in some kind of fantasy world where everything just kind of floats. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Did I lose all my coal? I wonder when I moved that thing. I did. I lost all the fuel. Okay. Luckily, I have 638 right there, which actually filled the entire thing. Holy crap. We'll put the rest of the coal right there. So this thing's going to run us for quite some time. So let's jump into the front loader and let's just kind of fix this whole coal area. I kind of screwed up with this spot right here as it's like all jacked up. I will never be able to get up here to this other coal. And if we take a look, this coal runs all the way up here. So we're just going to start digging in like right through this section at a nice slant and hopefully be able to reach the top. Okay, well, I do have a crap ton of blasted rock now, so I'm just going to throw it right into here and we're going to consume it. There we go. Look, 1100 blasted rock barely turned this thing into the green. We could probably just turn this all on right now. So let's go ahead and turn on the power. Boom, there we go. Let's turn on the motor down here, right? And there we go. Okay, excellent. Yeah, this is gonna work just fine. All right, let's jump in. Let's get busy. Do I have my fuel tank over here, by the way? I do not, but for some reason it's already filled up with fuel again. So let's fire it up. Let's orient our bucket upward, bring it down a bit, and let's start doing this thing. Yeah, let's head over here. Yeah. So I want to basically try to make this a perfect curvature, right? All the way up into the grass, because there's so much coal through here. We might as well not waste it. So we want to keep the bucket kind of aiming upward, right? And then we just need to kind of slot out. Okay, it's solid rock, by the way. I completely forgot about that. So we need to do some dynamiting. Anfo 6 meter. Anfo's the cheapest. Let's just buy Anfo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them probably. And we want to kind of stay along this ridge line. So we're gonna have to blow this out. One here probably. One up here. Let's place another one there. Here. I don't know what's underneath of this. Hopefully it's just dirt, but this should be good. Okay, let's go ahead and blow it. 3, 2, 1, fire in the hole. Yeah, look at that. That's gonna work pretty good. That should get us all the way up to the dirt. Are we gonna sell everything, I wonder? Well, hell yeah, we are, bro. There's so much money in here in blasted rock. You could bet your top dollar we're gonna sell it. Let's go ahead and just start cruising up through this way. Okay, we're getting a little bit sideways here. Hold on. I think my bucket's a little bit too low to the ground, so let's try this again. It was lifting up my front end. Okay, hold on. This isn't working either. Hold on, let's just back it up. I don't have my angle right, I don't think. Let's lift it up. Let's bring it down. Now this should work. Let's see. Yeah, we're just looking for a nice smooth path. That is not a nice smooth path, by the way. But let's keep on going. Yep, I'm not liking it. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to try this again. This is not working so swell. I guess I should probably be using a dozer. Anyway, let me bring it back down. Let's try this again. Maybe I need to angle it down a bit more. No, I think this is gonna work. Check it out. Let's angle it up though, because... Okay, this, I don't know, bro. I'm screwing it up already. God dang it. Anyway, let's drop this off. Oh, and don't fall in the hole, you bastard. Damn it. I'm gonna have to do something about that hole, I think. Anyway, let's dump it. Yeah, that's a little bit difficult, bro. Trying to get that angle just right. If I had more money, I'd probably just buy a dozer to kind of smooth all of that out. But anyway, we're starting out at $14,000. We are at level 25 already, by the way, so we are going to be leveling up once again here shortly. Let's bring this down. We need it to be up at a decent angle, but not too much, right? So maybe something like this. Let's see if this works. Yeah, maybe a little bit more, like upward. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Go, bro, go. Is it working? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. This hill's really steep. Okay, come on, buddy. Just freaking go. Now, look, it's working. I just have to dynamically move my bucket up and down. Keep on going, buddy. Lift your bucket up. Just dig through it. There we go. A little bit further, please. Just a little bit further, you bastard. Let's dig this one out. Come on. Just gotta get all these ridges. Okay. That's gonna be fine. Let's go drop it off. Use my brake, otherwise I'm gonna be flying down through here. Okay, it's not looking too swell yet, but it'll look better. We're gonna make a nice little gradient all the way up, and once we get to the top, we'll start actually making huge cuts and huge digs. Anyway, let's drop it. There we go. Yeah, we're already up to 18,000. We made 2,000 off that last bucket. Let's come back through again. Now, this is a pretty steep hill to begin with, so it's gonna be hard to make it like actually leveled enough or at a decent incline to drive this thing right. But let's just kind of come in right there. We go. That was a nice kind of scoop. I mean, I didn't get a lot off of it, but let's come back in forward though. Let's try this again. I was promoted, by the way, to a field service tech, or what the hell did that say? Okay, I'm screwing this all up, you guys. Let me switch it to first person. I feel like I could do this better not in first person, I don't think, actually. No, we're gonna come back out. Let's keep on just kind of doing what I'm doing here. Okay. It's proven to be much more difficult to get up this stuff than I had originally anticipated. But I think it's working. That's a full bucket. Let's just go dump it. Easy, buddy. I mean, we're really flying through here, but I guess worst case scenario, I could always later on just get like a massive excavator to kind of get to it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it works. I have a vision, but sometimes visions aren't possible. Okay, let's come back in. Let's keep on doing it. I think that seems like a good enough angle. I mean, we're flying up it. I guess at the right speed we'll be able to do it, but it's not very smooth anymore. Hold on. Let's come back down just a bit, like right about here. Angle our buckets down to about right here. Okay, let's try this. To constantly just kind of move my bucket, I think, up and down. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Let's take it down. Easy, easy. I mean, it's definitely better than it was, so there's a lot of coal up there as well. Not that I need so much coal, because this thing's gonna fill up our power plant pretty quickly, I think. Okay, we're gonna just kind of do something like this. Let's see how this works. Maybe slow it down a little bit, Quad. I mean, I guess we could just do it to about right here. I wanted to really get up into the grassy area. Maybe I still can. Okay, let's go ahead and dump it. There we go. Let's get back up here. Okay, this time we're gonna go a little bit more smooth like once we get to the top, because I'm already starting to do like a big old groove out, right? So tilt your bucket up and go, bro. Go. Keep tilting. Keep tilting, bro. Okay, I don't think it's working out so well for me. Hold on. No, it's not. Actually, let's try that again. Just need to like shear this off a bit, right? Let's bring it down, up and down. There we go, there we go. I almost had it going there. Let's come back. Let's try it again. Okay, we're in reverse. My bad. I didn't realize I switched my gear. Quad, what are you doing, bro? You're gonna get fired. Okay, let's just go ahead and get this one dumped as well. We're already up to 32,000, so we're making tons of money doing this. At the same time, filling up our our coal plant over there. So yeah, we're literally just selling, well, blasted rock. But once we get up to this dirt, we might actually start hitting some shit. That's not what I was looking for. Pay dirt and stuff. Yeah, here we go. Let's carve this out. There we go. Let's try it again. Let's back it up. It's not the most smoothest thing in the world, but okay, no, put it into drive, not reverse. Let's try this again, nice and slow. Let's lift the bucket. My wheels are off the ground. Tilt it up. All right, that's looking good. It's looking nice and smooth. Now, let's go back here and dump it. And then, of course, we're just going to get it in there. There we go. Don't fall off the edge. Okay, let's get back up here. Yeah, this is working out pretty good, I think. Anyway, look at it. At least from down here, it looks pretty good. That coal vein is extremely large. Like I said, I don't think we'd ever actually need all this coal, but the idea I have seems like a good idea, but okay, hold on. We're gonna have to try to smooth this out a bit. Let's bring this down and up. There we go. Let's see if this will work. Nope, not so much. I need to bring it down just a bit more. Let's try that. Yeah, this is smoothing out, I think, pretty good. I think I need to actually tilt my bucket down just a bit. There we go. A little bit further, please. Adjust a little bit further, would ya? Maybe a little bit further, actually. Let's tilt it down. There we go. A little bit more. A little bit more, please. And how's it looking? How's it looking? My bucket's not getting full, but let's lift it up. Okay, okay. It's a really, really steep incline right there. Honestly, I'd be pretty happy if I even just brought it up to that level, just kind of into the dirt area. So I'm gonna try to smooth this out a bit more. There we go, there we go. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it back. It's a little bit difficult, but I think I'm kind of getting it. Okay, let's go dump this off real quick. Easy, buddy. Easy. Okay, we're flying through there. It's okay. These things are meant to go really fast through terrain like that. I don't know if you guys knew that, but those tires you see in there, they might not have suspension built into the machine, but the tires themselves actually act as the suspension. That's why they're so thick, right? Am I right about that? I'm right about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't look it up either. Anyway, let's get up to the top here. We could smooth this part out a bit. It is a bit of a hump, right? Yeah. Let's see. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Just kidding. Let's come back up here. Okay, up, and down, up. Okay, hold on. We gotta pull back up. We gotta go drop it off. Easy, buddy. Don't fall. Don't tip it. Okay, there we go. We got it, bro. Let's whip it. Flip it into drive, that is. And then let's dump it. There we go. Beautiful. What are we up to, by the way? $40,000. This is working out swell. Let's get back up here, though. Yeah, once we get into that dirt, we'll start, I think, leveling it out. I do want to make this little hump a little bit more smooth, though. Like this piece right here, it's kind of popping out a little bit. Let's see if we could do that. Kind of. Yeah, it looks like I'm doing it. Now, let me know down below, for you veterans of this game, are there attachments for the loader? Like, can we get different buckets on the loader? Or is that only an excavator kind of thing? You know what I mean? Anyway, I do want to start kind of getting this, and it's still really steep. Much steeper than I want. I could try shearing it off from the top as well. Let's do that. Let's just climb this thing real quick. Okay, I did get kind of stuck. Let me see if I can use my bucket to help me get up a little bit. I cannot. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's definitely too steep still. So I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to try to shear this off a bit more. Okay, a little bit further. Okay, it's a little bit full. Let's go and dump it real quick. It seems like it's mostly coal. Easy, buddy. There we go. By the time we're done with this, we're going to have a crap ton of coal. I want to try to get that coal plant really filled up. That's kind of why I'm doing this right now. Instead of coming back later when I need the coal. I'm just going to try to basically just really stock up on all that coal in that machine over there. Or in that power plant. I mean, damn it, I just screwed that up. Anyway, dang it, I'm going to have to make it flat. Hold on, let me fix that problem there. Okay, drive forward. Let's smooth it out. A little bit better. A little bit more. There we go. I think that's going to be fine enough. Let's dump this tiny bit. Let's keep on doing the thing. Let's go a little bit slower this time. A little more intentional here. Let's see how this works. Yeah, that's looking good. It's going to help make it not so steep. Let's just go ahead and dump this. Just kidding, by the way. Let's just dump it right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, that was expected. Anyway, let's get around it. I shouldn't have done that, by the way. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll pick it up later. Let's keep on doing this. I want to keep smoothing this out as much as possible. But yeah, I was wondering if there were bucket attachments, because it'd be kind of cool if there was a grader attachment for like flattening and stuff, right? Okay, we're getting up through that. I mean, with speed, it won't be a problem. Let's bring it up, though. Bring it up. Now we want to start leveling this out. We are getting into the pay dirt and stuff. There we go. That's looking a lot better. Let's go dump this. Easy, buddy. There we are. We got it. We got it. Absolute professional, bro. Oh, yeah, look. It's going to be in my way. Damn it. Oh, well, that's what I get. Let's dump it, though. And that makes the 1 hour mark. I don't know how much usable footage is here. We're going to go for about another half an hour. And it should make it a decent length video. Let's get back up here. And let's... Okay, easy, easy. Yeah, easy, buddy. A little bit more, a little bit further, actually. And okay, that's another full one. I think we could start tapering it off or leveling it out. And I'm also, okay, easy. I'm also kind of turning up there, I think, at an angle a bit. But let's whip it around, slap it up into drive. And a dump. Look at that. Look at those skills, bro. I am kind of curving, so I need to make sure I go a little bit more straight here. Let me get this bucket into position. I do want to still smooth this out just a bit. Okay, quad. Don't screw this all up, bro. It's starting to be kind of smooth, and now we're going to lumpy it all up again. Okay. It's not the easiest thing to do, bro. I do need to start going straight. Okay, no. Damn it, I screwed that up. I did, I totally screwed it up. That was a perfect little ramp I had going. Let me just dump this real quick. No, lift. Dump. Okay, that's gonna work. Let me get my bucket repositioned here. Okay, something like this, I think. The gas pedal, bro. Let's go nice and slow. We need this to be smooth. Okay. Keep going straight, though. We are getting into pay dirt right here. And then, you know what? Let's just kind of go straight in, like, yeah, just like that. We'll start kind of shelving it, right? Creating a shelf right there. And then pushing it back. It's still really lumpy through here. A roller would be good. Just to kind of flatten it out. I could always flatten it with a shovel as well. But let's get this dumped. We are up to 42,000. Level 26. We have a lot of levels to go before we get into that huge machinery, by the way. It does seem like our XP is definitely going up a bit faster, though, compared to before. On the last season, rather. Come on, buddy. Get up here, you bastard. Yeah, this is a little bit steep. Might have to try to smooth that out at some other time, but let's keep on coming. Maybe we should try to shear this off just a bit. Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Lift it. And let's just go in for a, yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's go dump it. Easy, buddy. Oh, geez, we're gonna wreck it. No, quad. There we go, we got it, though. Let's dump it. And here we go. Okay, let's climb that big old hill again. Let's see how good we do, like, blasting up it, right? Without, like, stopping or slowing. Yeah, it's very bumpy. I think, especially through here. I might want to get my shovel out, actually. But let me go ahead and keep doing some straight digs right here. There we go. That's a nice big one. Let's get down the hill. Nice and easy, quad. Okay, I think I'm going to grab my shovel real quick and just kind of smooth this out. I didn't want to use a lot of shoveling, to be honest. In fact, you know what we could do? We could just buy a roller. Yeah, let's just do that. We have enough money to pay off our loan. And then we could just take out a new loan for the roller. I think it'll be fine. Don't fall in the hole, bro. There we go. Let's shut her down. Let's head over here. Let's see how much coal we've accumulated here. Oh, yeah, check it out. We got about 3,000 in here. It's not auto-filling, but I guess that's okay. We could always easily fill it later. All right. Well, let's shut her down for a second, honestly. There we go. Yeah, because I'm not going to be digging here anytime in the next few minutes. Let's go to the bank. Let's see how my loan. How much do I have left? 25,000. Let's go ahead and pay that back. I forgot you don't actually make payments ever. It's just interest. But there we go. Confirm. We're down to 17,000. Let's see how much a roller costs. Oh, I can get a grader now, you guys. Holy crap. I don't think this would work on that, right? Would it? Going up and down that steep-ass hill? I don't think so. I think a dozer would be more appropriate. Holy crap, these things are so expensive. I mean, I can get that cheap one for $345. I'm not going to do that quite yet. Dude, that grader's only 100,000, no. But this is only 63,000. Let's just go ahead and get a roller. Which roller should we get? Well, we're not doing asphalt, So let's just get this one. I don't have enough money. I need to get a loan. I'm just going to get an $80,000 loan. It'll be fine. So let's go and do that. Boom. Let's grab this roller because this is going to be for dirt, not for asphalt. Let's lay it down. Let's see if we can even climb this hill. I think a grader would have been fine. A dozer would have been great. Just back it up and then run down, right? Anyway, let's start this thing. Let's turn on the vibrator. Let's do first person on this one. And let's go, bro. Let's go. It's a little bit of a slow one. No, actually, we are going to come out to third person. So I want to see how much it's actually smoothing it. But we're just going to go right up the middle. Let's see. It does still bring the dirt up a bit, which is obviously counterintuitive, considering it's a roller, a smasher. You think it would go down rather than up, but it's looking good, honestly. Let's keep ourselves straight. This is where it's going to really matter. Yeah, this is kind of jacked up territory right here. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. Let's keep on coming, though. We're going to push this wall back a bit. Now we're going to start turning that way. Yeah, look at that. Let's turn it off. Let's get down it. It's definitely a lot smoother. Dude, who knew a roller could go so fast, by the way? Keep it in reverse. It was up to 12 miles per hour. I'm going to run over this crap real quick. Now, I don't really want to get this anywhere near my factory. I don't know if it's been fixed or not, and it's going to screw everything up, I think, if I head over that way. But let's roll this out. It's just blasted rock pretty much, right? I think this is worth the investment, if I'm honest. And I am honest, by the way. Sometimes a little too honest. Shut it off, fool. Hit the brake. Shut her down and jump out. Let's get back in the the front loader, rather. And let's get back up here. And yeah, we're going to keep pushing back that wall. And then we'll start actually, like, flattening it out up there and making, like, a nice shelf. And then we'll basically loop all the way around and come back down on that side, I think. But anyway, I let off my gas pedal, but this is going up here really, really nicely. We're going to take a nice deep scoop up here, though. And there we go. Looks like it was a lot. Okay, easy, buddy. Easy. Bring down your bucket. Okay, we got it. We got it. Oh, no, tilt your bucket back. Okay, we got it, dude. We got it. Yeah, I wanted to kind of do like a loopity-loop, right? Like a up one and down the other side kind of thing. Don't hit our roller, bro. That was a close one. Let's dump this thing, though. And a boom. There we go. It is off. I guess we're going to have to turn it back on. Oh, look. Oh, look. All my dirt, bro. I forgot I'm getting into dirt now, so now it's all jacking up. Hold on. We're going to have to do some more building here. Let me shut this stupid thing off real quick here. There we go. Got it. Yeah. Damn it. Look. I didn't think this through, you guys, you bastard. Okay, hold on. There's no way around this, actually. Oh, yeah, we're just going to go down. That's right. I forgot we were going to go under the ground. So we're going to do that. Let's dig this out. We're getting back to building. So we did do a little bit of digging today, but we're going to end this SOB by doing a little bit more digging here. Let's unbury all this dirt. No wonder why I wasn't selling any of that dirt or pay dirt, by the way. I forgot to hook it up. Can you believe it? I mean, you probably can. Now, how far down do we need to go? That is going to be the question, right? Let's at least see if we can get our bodies through here. And I was able to get my body through there. Okay, let's grab a down piece. Here it is for 4,500. I think the 4x4 is going to be fine. Let's stick it in. Let's see how this actually looks. Damn it. I mean, yeah, it is clipping a bit. What's the other way around this? Well, I can grab a couple one-piece blocks and just kind of push this back a little bit. So let's do that. So we're going to get rid of this one as well. And I'm going to place the two-banger right here, right there. And then let's put the turn, the up. I need one more two-banger, actually. I have these two one-bangers, but I guess it'll be fine. We'll put two one-bangers, and then I need to get one more single banger. and stick it right here. 1500, boom, there she is. Slap that there, and then we're going to put the right piece in like that. And then we would put the down piece like that, and that would fit underneath of there. Of course, I just got to redig everything out, so let's go ahead and dig it. Okay, that should be good. Let's go ahead and put it into place. And there she goes, bro. There she goes. We're going to dig it down just a bit more. There we go. That motor's uncovered. Let's put the up back in, and that should work. Yeah, check it out. And then we just need to go up again. Looks like a 3-banger is going to be what I need here, which is right there. Actually, that's a 4-banger. I'm going to change that. Oh, I don't think we can, honestly. I think it has to be a 4-banger. They don't have them any smaller. Okay, fair enough. I wanted these two to line up perfectly with each other, but I guess that's not. Actually, it can happen. You know what? It can happen. So we're going to make it happen. I'm going to grab, well, we're going to get rid of this. Stick it into place right here, and then put the up back on. Okay, there we go. Now it lines up perfectly. We're just gonna have to realign the cell point, which we're gonna set right there. And it looks like they're both gonna go in. Absolutely. Okay, this should work, honestly. Let's see, how does it look, by the way? Yeah, I like that. So now we're gonna make a bit more money. Let's jump back in. Let's do a little bit more digging up top there, just to kind of get that shelf going, or whatever you want to call it. And you know what? We're going to end this thing. I'm going to try to do the time-lapse thing again on the drone and see if I could actually do it right. I think I forgot to hit the export button on the last one, because when I went to my files in the app data settings, I could not find those files anywhere. So let me get that all situated real quick. So here's the drone. We want to keep everything in view. So I think something like this should be fine. We'll see how it goes. Let's hit record. And yeah, let's see how this time lapse goes. Let me know your thoughts down below if it works out. Okay, well that took about 30 minutes to do, and we have it at 3-minute intervals. So I'm kind of curious to see how that time lapse came out. Now, of course, I need to remember to hit R to stop recording. Hit I. Ah, damn it, it went back to 5. Okay, never mind. It was 30 minutes at time between frames was 5. I don't know if that's minutes, seconds, or what that is, but we'll see how it comes out. I guess it changes every single time. So if I do need to change it in the future to a lower number, I'm going to have to do that every time. But let's hit the export button, and this should work, hopefully. If not, well, you guys missed a bunch of digging. Yeah, I think this is working. It says auto export over there, but it did not auto export. Oh no, and you guys can see my name. You guys probably saw my name in the last one. Well, so much for trying to keep my name hidden. Anyway, it did export. And if we take a look, we can see what we did. We did a little bit of digging out right through here, right? Starting to head that way. We're going to shear off the front of this a bit. And if we come back down here, let's go ahead and shut off this power plant. Check out how much we have in here, by the way. Let's turn it off. We have enough coal to pretty much run our entire operation, probably indefinitely. We did not make a bunch of money, by the way, only $25,000. That is due to the fact that I was digging a lot of dirt up here. And dirt doesn't sell for much, right? So yeah, that's kind of what happened there. But I think that'll be it for this area right now, since I do have so much coal. But I kind of want to like it looks better out here in third person, but shear off this front here so it's nice and flat. And I want to basically flatten this entire top spot all the way out to about right over here, and then head back down again. And I think that will be enough coal to basically last us forever, literally. But in the next one, we're going to be starting to attack this area over here. This one has gold. Actually, you know what? We're not going to attack that area. And we're not going to finish up here anymore either, because I am doing the pay dirt, and we should be filtering that pay dirt and making money off of it. So we're going to stop operations up here. And then I'm not going to do this yet either. In the next one, we're just going to come up through here in the middle and just kind of dig out a lot of this blasted rock and then the coal in this lower level a little bit. And we're going to just make a bunch of money so we can pay off our loan for one, and then we can start getting all of the equipment. And once we get all of the equipment, like the wash plant and the smelters and all of that stuff, we'll go back up there and start digging again. But that is going to be it for this one, you guys. I think it was a decent episode. Let me know your thoughts down below. Anyway, that'll be it for this one. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, my name is Quad, and we will see you guys in the next one later on, everybody. Later, the flip on.